Hey guys, Max Hughes from SK8 here, and we are here today to do a fun and informative video on how to film follow runs. So some things we're going to be going over today in the video are how to set up your camera for follow runs, recommendations for the car you're going to be filming with, and driving techniques when you're filming the runs, and just an overall inside the car guide to filming your first follow run and getting comfortable with filming follow runs. Now I know this goes without saying, filming follow runs is extremely dangerous. The skateboarder...
Shut up! Give me a turn to speak!
So first off, the cameras. For filming the videos, you're going to be wanting to use any DSLR or normal video camera that can film at 1080p or 720p, and you're going to want to be shooting at 24 frames per second because that'll give a nice amount of motion blur in the video. For lenses, you're going to be wanting to use a wide angle lens. We use 18mm lenses and also an 8mm fisheye. Really anything around that area will work just fine, as the wider the lens is, the faster the video will look. For your aperture and shutter speed, you're going to want to have a small aperture, so anything higher than f-stop 10 is usually going to work best for you because that'll give you a large depth of field when you're filming. And then for your shutter speed, you're going to want it to be double or close to double of what your frame rate is. So for example, if you're shooting at 24 frames per second, you're going to want to be at about 1/50th frame rate. So for putting the camera on your car, any suction cup mount will work. You can find them for under $100 on Amazon, or you can make your own at home like Nick and I have. You're going to want to have it as far forward and low on the car as possible, as that will make the video look fast as possible. And it'll also let the camera be closer to the rider, which means you can be farther away. And last but not least, for the car that you're going to be filming with, really any car will work, just make sure it's in full working condition and has very, very good working brakes, as you'll need them for these videos. Alright guys, so what we're doing right now is we're just getting the camera set up on front. How you're going to want to have it is, you're going to want it so you can get as close as possible, but having a majority of their body in frame. Right now we can have it so Nick is a little bit closer than I would be driving to him. From my view in the car, I can just see right below his knees. So you're going to want to use this as a time to focus the camera and get a feel for how close you're going to be to the rider when you're filming the video. We're going to start out by doing a very easy and very nice run of Nick going down a pretty straight hill. It's super flat. Not going to be anything exciting, but just get a feel for driving behind him. Nick's ready to go. We're both ready to go, and let's go. So one big thing you'll probably hear me barking about in a little bit, when you're going behind the rider, it's more important to anticipate than react. I'll repeat this again. Anticipate, then react. You want to anticipate what the rider is going to be doing. If you see him setting up for a slide, maybe time to get off the gas for a little bit. If you see him tucking to go quick, then you're going to want to speed up behind him. It's really just knowing the rider and knowing their style, so you'll know how to react and anticipate for their riding style. Alright, so once you're comfortable doing some slower runs, you can go up to a little bit of a faster hill. Right now we're at the Winery Hill. You saw this hill in the Hogs Tracers review. If you have not seen that video, feel free to check it out right here. But again, make sure you're comfortable with the rider. If you want to do a couple slow runs, that's totally okay. If you just want to go balls to the wall, you can do that as well. Alright, Nick, you're good. So something that will be a little bit nerve-wracking at first for people is you have to get very close to that person. See, right now, a little bit farther away from Nick. I'm going to get a little bit closer. I can see just above his, well, I mean, he's squatting right now, but when he's up like that, I can see just below his knees, so I have to get very close to him. This runs on the very slower end of videos. There have been runs where Nick is accessing 45 to 50 miles an hour, and that is a definite run for your money when you're going. But again, the more you do it, the more you'll get comfortable with it, and it's just all a learning process. Alright, so Nick's just going to be coming into a big slide again. This is really where you're going to want to test the brakes of your car, making sure that they're working just like they should be. And just like that. Oh, it's like it. Alright guys, last run we're going to do. I'm towing Nick up to speed for a little bit. I'm going really quick. He's probably going to do about 2 slides by the end of it. Just to let you know, on that last corner, I know it does look a little bit blind, but that big building out to the front, that is a big winery. And the glass on that acts as a mirror. We can see far past that corner. And if there ever is a car right there, we just honk, let Nick know there's a car, or we have some way of letting the riders know there's a car. So, not taking any blind corners, so talking to you. You know who you are. You're getting butthurt. Talking to you. But back to the rider. Nick is just going flat and fast, getting steezy and schlubby, but not schlubby through this corner. Rail on that right. Not a problem. And not a problem. This hill isn't too fast, pretty mellow. In your adventures of fall runs, you'll probably get some much more intense hills. Really just things to remember is always be looking out for the rider. Their life is in your hands. You are barreling in a 1,000-pound car behind them. If you don't stop and they stop before you do, very bad things could happen. One thunk could be the end of somebody's skating career, or even worse. So really just be safe, always be anticipating, make sure your car and gear is in working order. Nicholas there, do you have anything to say? Nick is in the passenger seat right here.
Yeah, just make sure that you know your skater good and have fun.
Alright guys, this concludes another Skate Stevens installment of how to film fall runs. If you really like this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you guys so much again for watching. Skate safe, film safe, and have fun out there.